gotta warn you ahead of time, this could be a very boring video.
Well, I'm going to try and make it not too boring. But this is 7 questions tag video. And I got tagged by Harry Faber. And not only for 7 questions, but he added on another one and made it 8 questions. Can you believe it? Wow. And unlike Harry, I'm not waiting until after I'm done with the video. I've already got my cup of tea right here. It's almost gone too. Cinnamon and spice. Okay, so question number 1. Why do I YouTube? I enjoy tinkering with all kinds of different things, as you well know. And so when I first got on YouTube and saw what other people were doing, I thought, well, I'd like to try that, see if I can put up some videos too, you know. So I did. And that's where it come from. My curiosity. You know, George is always dreaming. And where did your YouTube channel name come from? Well, originally, when I first registered, my channel name was Busia 1949. But then I had the opportunity to change my name, and I thought maybe it would be more memorable to have something else because nobody could ever remember my first name. So I changed it to the Shade Tree Fix-It Man. And that fits me a whole lot better anyway, because it's taken from the name of a song by Merle Haggard from back in the day. I'm a shade tree fix-it man. I don't need any helping hand. I'm a jack of all trades when I'm there working in the shade. I'm a shade tree fix-it man. And that's the way it is. I do all kinds of things, and I like working in the shade. How about you, especially in the summertime? Not so much in the winter. So that's where my name came from. And then, what camera do you use? Well, I have several cameras, not a couple of dozen like Harry Faber intimated, but the one I'm presently using and the one I'm videotaping this on is a Sony Handycam HDR CX 380, I believe it is, something to that effect. And that's what I use to do most of my videos. I also have where did I put it? I also have, oh, here we go. I also have a still camera. This is a Kodak still camera. This one's a EasyShare Z5010. And it also will do 720p or 720i, whichever it is, video. And so occasionally I will use that along with my Sony, so I get 2 different perspectives. And I've had a bunch of different cameras, well, not a bunch, I've had a few different cameras over the years that I've been doing YouTube. And I have one of my first, this is my first digital camera right here. And it does video, but I've never used it for taking, did I? Oh yes, I think maybe my first couple of videos I actually took on this. It's very low quality video. And, this is a Samsung Digimax A6, and it's 6 megapixels, and who knows what the video resolution is. But I've kept this all these years. For one reason, I bought it brand new way back when, and the other reason is this does really, really good up-close macro still shots, and I use that when I'm taking pictures of models and train close-ups and things like that. because it does a really good job of that. And so yeah, that's the cameras that I use right now. Question number 3, how long have you been on YouTube? Well, I first joined YouTube April 12th, 2009. However, I didn't make my first video until, let me see, I have it actually on the computer screen in front of me, August 29th, 2010. So it was almost a year from the time I joined until I actually made one. And that's back when we were living in Pennsylvania still. And the next question, number 5, do you make your own thumbnails? Well, sometimes I do. Most of the time I just choose the 3 options from the 3 options that YouTube gives you when you upload. But occasionally I'll put in a custom picture if I can get them to upload, you know. So number 6, who made your intro and outro? Whoever came up with that word outro? Intro is an abbreviation for introduction. Is there such a word as outroduction? I don't know. I make many of my own introductions when I use them. I don't use them all that often, and but I make a lot of my own, and most of the time I just fade in and fade out at the end. So yeah, the definitive answer is sometimes. Will you ever leave YouTube? Well, yeah, that's likely. I'm sure I will leave YouTube one day, one way or another. Either when I die, or if I get too old and decrepit and can't do the technology anymore, that's a possibility. Or if my interests take me off in a different direction. And so you never know. Yeah, I think ultimately everyone will leave YouTube sooner or later. And Harry threw me a curveball. Woo! And I'm not very good as a catcher. My game was basketball, not baseball. He added on number 8. What is the meaning of life? I think I'm going to have to think about that one a little bit before I answer it, and maybe that one's going to deserve its own short video. How's that? And at the same time, I will also tag the next person to do the 7-question tag line. So, until then, thanks for watching, for commenting, and subscribing. And I'm going to leave you with a little bit of a cliffhanger, just like Harry kept doing. Bye now.